See you soon.
It would seem... Shall we go?
Monokuma appeared! Wrong. Boy!
Stop talking.
Okay. Hey! Hey!
Let's go.
Please!
What the heck?
What the heck?
Hey.
That's right. Come on.
Let's begin with a basic if you can I know.
We already know who did it.
Was that?
It was Hiro. Don't try and deny it.
I didn't! So
Think you're murdering them!
I am sorry to say, blueprint for the parts, the suit, and all of it, what it points to you.
how many times do I have to... I don't know, I don't...
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hiro, why?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts.
No, what's wrong?
Are we sure Hiro...
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. The note that Hiro wrote. The handwriting's obviously different. When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point.
The differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think I'm trying to change my handwriting anyway.
So Makoto, are you saying you...
And he is not the only one. I think Hiro is innocent as well.
Then who was in that Robo-Justice suit? Is it like Hiro said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Makoto. Tell them who it was.
So?
I got it! Other than Hiro, obviously he was the one in that... Then there can be no doubt.
That doesn't make any sense!
It makes perfect sense.
So what you're saying...
That's right.
The culprit in...
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
And what reason do you have to make such a...
Of course. There's something else we need to clarify.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around.
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
I got it! I got it! They were a dolly and a tarp, right? So, let's... Taka's body disappeared from the equipment when we found it for the second time. It was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken? Are you absolutely positive that dolly was made specifically for moving large objects? It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the...
She's raised an objection? How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. Away with you. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are mean. So pathetic. I cannot agree.
This should prove it. If you're asking for proof that the dolly moved, when I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in the equipment room with a tire mark that matched the dolly wheel's tread. The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved it. So there's my proof that the dolly was used to move Taka's body.
Well, anyway, that was just something we had to get out of the way. Let's get back to the main subject.
Yeah, the subject of how Robo Justice didn't do it. Because if it's what kind of robot is it?
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious. As we know, Taka was killed, and from there,
Yeah, the culprit back then loaded it onto the dolly.
now, keep in mind that
Well, yeah. All you have to do is then you can push the dolly up through the carriage in front of the
If you accept that, then you must realize that sorry, I don't think I realized that. As we know, and from there.
Yeah, the culprit then loaded it onto the...
Now, keep in mind.
Well, yeah. All you'd have to do is bend over.
No, that's wrong! You're absolutely right that you could push a dolly without a handle if you stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember? When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it,
It seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
Well, what's to stop you from simply pushing the dolly with your feet?
When you can't even see your feet? You really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
yeah, it'd be totally impossible. Not that I can say for sure myself.
on top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to leave the box?
I got it! I don't think taking off the suit was an option. If you remember...
That's true. It's
Then, you really can't take it off?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
If he could have gotten it off by himself, showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's
To be clear, whoever did move the body, it couldn't have been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
No, wait. Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it. If whoever was in that suit is not... Besides, do you remember... So long as those facts exist, the individual inside the suit...
Hold on a second.
It's still far too... Besides, there's before we rush to a... Instead of seizing on one viewpoint,
Perhaps.
let's review this series of unfortunate events.
I don't disagree.
Plus, maybe we'll get to find out where the heck...
All right then. I suppose we could start with this. Four of us gathered together. We waited there for... That was...
And a
Soon after that, Hina found...
See, I know it was an hour, because I...
That was when we saw it also... We were soon joined in our search, but he was injured, so we took him to the nurse's office and resumed our search for the suspect. But not long after leaving the...
When Celeste told us, and soon after that...
I saw someone moving around on the...
And then... At that point, we decided to divide up into two. Celeste, Hina, and I went, while Sakura, Yaku. When we got back to the nurse, and that's when we heard the body. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the third floor.
Meanwhile, we must because we heard the same thing.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the three of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us. And she told us something very surprising. We rushed back to the nurse's office and saw that she was right.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko building. But when we got there, we discovered next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Celeste informed us that she found which is where we are.
I think that
I see. It certainly seems to.
Okay, well,
Rather than a spin from there, now then. So, regarding Top, I wonder if or perhaps it was after.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
What makes me say that?
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammer.
no, that's wrong. Hold on. There's no reason to assume that the hammers were used in the same order as their numbers. If anything, that's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the...
See? Look! It broke with the hands pointing just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked by the killer. Because as of last night, so if it wasn't broken after 6,
And that would be his official time of death.
but if that's true,
And before Celeste was attacked this morning.
that's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact slipped past all of us. We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
That's exactly why the culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size. That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, because when he was killed,
that may be true in the case of Taka, but all of our alibis.
That's right. When we heard Hifumi, then we all ran down to the nurse's office. That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have
If that's true, don't just go make it.
Anyway, we all have, since all of us were there
And it does not stop there. When his body vanished, Hina and I were in the bathroom together. And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment. At that time, we were all...
Well, don't forget, I was...
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it?
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way because, as we just established...
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible. On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko...
for now, we can't get fixated on. So instead of who, in particular,
That's true. We searched everywhere, and according to what Celeste said, his body apparently disappeared, but to carry that much weight from...
Oh man,
well, what if the dead body were to move itself?
The dead body.
I don't think it has anything to do. We thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
He was alive?
Are you saying Hifumi wasn't carried out of the nurse's office, but simply walked out on his own?
But I mean,
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you've heard the body of Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shoot! Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. How? Surely you heard the body discovery and Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot! Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body of Hifumi's dead body had, and that is why the...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually...
No. If Hifumi was dead, and you know that. How? Surely you heard the body discovery announced Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is why the...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Sure that the
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually...
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement... It was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office,
I'm waiting on the button.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body discovered Hifumi's dead body had been found, and that is...
Are we real? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Why can I not find it?
Shoot!
I refuse to give up yet!
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead, and that is...
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body had been found.
Shoot! Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that. Surely you heard the body Hifumi's dead body, and that is why...
Are we real? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot! Are you saying that when we first there's a chance he was at...
No.
Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body of Hifumi's dead body, and that is why.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first
Found Hifumi in the nurse's office.
there's a chance he...
No. If Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is why. Are we?
Really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's...
There's a
chance he was actually still alive?
Shoot! What is going on here?
Are
I'm confused. I am so confused.
you... saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No.
It is in Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is why.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
I
discovery.
know it. I think I got it now. I think I got it. I think I have
Are you saying that when we first... there's a chance he...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is why.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Shoot!
Jeez, am I taking this
Are
again?
you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No.
It is Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly
You heard the body discovery announcement. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
and that is why.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Are you saying that when we first found him, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I swear to God, I'm gonna flush. What am I supposed to do?
I refuse to give up yet!
How the hell was I supposed to do it? It's like nothing what I feels like with anything I try to do, nothing works.
Are you saying that when we first... there's a chance
Feels like
he was actually...
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body discovered
Hifumi's dead body had been found.
I'm just gonna go randomly now.
Are you saying that when we first found there's a chance he was actually still alive? Shoot! Are you saying that when we first found him there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No. Hifumi was dead, and you know that shortly you heard the body Hifumi's dead body, and that is why.
Are we really? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
I'm broken.